Hello, I'm Abhinav, and today we are going to discuss a very interesting book called Mastermind by the author Maria Konnikova. So, the book is basically teaches you how to think like Sherlock Holmes. It doesn't teach us how you can become Sherlock Holmes, how you can become a great detective and start solving cases one by one in your city. Rather, it teaches you how to strengthen your cognitive capacity. It helps us improve our thinking process and analyze things in more depth. So, without further delay, let's begin. So, the first lesson I'm going to share with you three fascinating lessons from this book. So, the first lesson is learn to harness your conscious system and notice the patterns of the reflexive one. So as humans we have two types of mind. One is the conscious mind and another one is reflexive mind. So we have conscious mind that can actively think about problems, come up with ways to solve them, and become aware of our surroundings. Then there's reflexive mind, which takes the first answer as the correct one. So what do you think? Which kind of mind do we use the most during our day or during our lifetime? Yes, you are right. We use the reflexive mind the most because our brain is wired to save energy and interpret surroundings in the most convenient way possible. However, if you want to make the most out of your thinking process, you will have to use your cognitive power on a daily basis and start practicing proactively. That is, push yourself towards logical reasoning more. Whenever you come across any incident or any scenario, say a bigger problem, then your mind shouldn't by default switch to reflexive mode and go as it comes. Rather, you should push yourself and make space for take some efforts with for logical reasoning also. So second lesson from this book is to declutter the brain you will have to understand how to store information. So as you know that we are currently living in a information age and constantly we are being bombarded with lots of chunks of information from here and there everywhere, say on social media, from your smartphone, from our company, maybe from the people we meet. So the problem here is our mind gets overwhelmed with so much of the information. So one good way to declutter is our mind is by training our brain to remember important information and structure it in a user friendly way. So you can actively decide where to store content and create blocks of specific information in our mind, like we used to do in our workspace. Like we create various folders for main information and create a substructure or subfolders for related information. So in similar way, the author says we can design our internally our structure our mind to with specific blocks of information and link it to already existing information. That is a great way. So the third way is the third important lesson I learned from this book is biases and heuristics can significantly our decision making. So naturally our decision making process is constantly changing based on the people we interact with, our life experiences, and many other factors. So to break free from these heuristics or biases, we have to acknowledge them first. So we must force ourselves to be objective and have all the information before making any kind of decision. So moreover, it is best to always doubt ourselves and try to notice biased patterns beforehand. And author also describes another way, or the most of the times psychologists prefer this way, called mindfulness. That is, it is a part art and a part science of living in the moment and become aware of our surroundings. So by practicing mindfulness, we start using our we can say our conscious mind more. And it comes with practice only, and becoming Sherlock Holmes is not a joke. That's why the author suggests us that we follow these three rules, these three lessons highlighted in the book, and practice them on a regular basis. So I hope you like this book summary. And yes, another important point that the author mentions is the concept of mind palace. You might have seen in web series that Sherlock Holmes uses mind palace to store various kinds of information, and that information doesn't even stress him out due to overwhelming. So this concept of mindfulness, everything else cannot be covered in the same video. So I'm planning to make a separate video on memory palace, or how it works and how we can use it in our lives. So maybe next time I will make a video on this too. And so that's it. See you and thank you.